Right, welcome to this review for Imperial Knights Renegade, one of the box sets that Games Workshop very recently released. Got a hold of a copy of it here. Just one of those. Games Workshop collecting Warhammer 40,000 can be very expensive. It can be, it doesn't have to be. There's some tips and tricks that you can do that can be quite wise. There's a video on the channel here, top or 10 tips to how to save money collecting Warhammer 40,000, and there's certain tips and tricks that you can pick up where you can save a fair amount. It doesn't have to cost loads. So one of the ways is to get the value box sets that Games Workshop do. A lot of people have been asking and hoping that Games Workshop will do more of them. The Battle Forces were taken off the shelf, but they sort of come back again now with these start collecting sets, a very good value for money. And now this Renegade set here is actually very good value for money as well, if you just add up the value of buying the different bits separately. But it's a game in itself as well. Games Workshop recently releasing a number of games like this, standalone games, but with miniatures that you can actually use in your games of Warhammer 40,000 as well. So what we'll do is we'll break open the box here, get an idea of the content, and that'll give you an insight as to what you get in this Imperial Knights Renegade set. So I've got mine from gamingfigures.com. They do Games Workshop at 15% off, and then if your order comes to over £100, which this would, then you get another 5% off on top of that. And then in the UK, if your order comes to over £40, then you get free postage as well. I believe that offer is still on the website there, so you can check them out, gamingfigures.com. And it just means that you're getting a value set like this, and then plus a discount on top of that as well, so you're getting even more of a saving. So I'm interested in this one for Imperial Knights because I do want to use one in my Skitarii force that I'm working on. So I've got an interest in this set here as well. James wants Imperial Knights. I think if you're well into Warhammer 40,000 and you've got any kind of Imperial force or even Chaos here, now you can make a Renegade one of these, then I think it's definitely one of those miniatures that you want to have at least one of them, paint it up in your own style, and have that as part of your collection. So we'll just take a look at the back here. So 2 Imperial Knights, and then it's a game in itself, and that can be good fun as well. You play loads of games of Warhammer 40,000, and then you can think sometimes, I just want to break from regular Warhammer, and something not perhaps as big. With games like this, amongst the others that Games Workshop do, now the new ones coming out, so one evening at your club you can say, well, let's play a game of Renegade, and you just focus in on just that game. You don't need much terrain, a couple of nice models, and you can have just as much fun playing a game like this, and it just gives you a break from regular Warhammer 40,000 as well. I mean, James and I really enjoyed playing Space Hulk, just the same genre, same system, the fluff wise, but just a different gaming system, different game in and of itself, and it just gives you a nice break from regular Warhammer 40,000. So that's one of the plus sides of Renegade here, and the other box sets the Games Workshop do. And then the great thing about these is that these miniatures don't just belong to this game, but you can take them and then incorporate them into your armies and into your games of regular Warhammer 40,000 as well. I think also there'll be people in getting this set just for the value of the fact that you get 2 Imperial Knights in there as well. Yeah, just looking at the Games Workshop website, so this box is just using the pounds here, it's £120 to buy the set. It sounds quite steep, but to buy one of these on its own is £95. So in fact, for another £25, you're getting another one of those. And this set here contains, I didn't even know this until I just read through the contents, Imperial Knights, 2 Imperial Knights, you get the special Renegade transfer sheet, which is interesting, and you get Ruined Sanctum Imperialis set as well. So there's ruins in the background, not the base, but these ruins here, you actually get those inside the box as well. So this, and then plus the reference cards in the actual game itself. But incredible value for money, over £200 worth of stuff for 120. It's big discount there. And then if you get it from a discount store like Gaming Figures, and say you get another 20% off on top of that, then you're getting about £200, over £200 worth of stuff for less than 100. So you're looking at over a 50% reduction. So if you see what I mean, instead of buying individual kits straight off the shelf, if you're wise, you can get significant savings. And that Imperial Knight that you're dreading having to pay out for at £95, instead you're getting one for possibly less than 50. And then maybe you might just want one Imperial Knight. You say, what do I do? Well, you could sell the other one on, you could sell it to a friend, or you could sell it off on eBay or whatever, and then you can raise funds to buy other stuff. That's another way of doing it as well. So, just to read here, it's guns clatter, missiles fly, and chain blades roar when two giant war engines of war duel across the battlefields of Telerax Prime. In such epic confrontations, only one will ultimately walk away. Put yourself at the helm of an Imperial or Renegade Knight and march to battle and glory. In Imperial Knight's Renegade. So it's a duel between these two. It's just the aim of the game. These two are going to fight each other. So expecting a bit more detail. Don't open this box yet. Expecting more of a detailed kind of fight where you zone in on different damage locations and so on. It's a simple, quick and fun game where two players each take control of one of the deadliest war machines in the 41st millennium and duel to the death. One player controls the Imperial Knight, ever stalwart, this guy here, a defender of the Imperium, whose roll of honour stretches back millennia. The other controls the Renegade Knight Litany of Destruction, a corrupt machine of war that has trampled oaths of loyalty into the dirt and turned to the service of the Chaos Gods. So you get two Imperial Knights, and it's the new release, ones with the extra weaponry. You get the transfer sheet, the Sanctum Imperialis, plastic ruins, and then 2 dice and then the reference cards as well. So, we'll have a look inside. Nice set you might get for your birthday. As I said, great value here. Very, very good value indeed. Especially if you're a big fan of Imperial Knights. You're going to have them in your 40k armies anyway, and then you like them so much, you think, well, I'd like to have a standalone game where I could just have a clash between two Imperial Knights as well. Just as something else. Fun. So, got a feeling here, the size of these things, they are incredible. I think we're looking at identical kits here. So these all look the same so far. Yeah. Okay. There's your ruins. Excellent. There's your bases. And then this one, that's your upgrades there with your weaponry. Okay. Very good. Oh, right, okay. Yes, that's fine. There's the transfer sheet that they're talking about. Handy stuff. And then here's the Renegade markings here. Well, you can easily paint your own. It's like Chaos have graffitied over the top of the Imperial markings, so you can easily do that freehand. But they give you your own set just there. There's more parts to the ruin. There's your 2 dice. They look bigger on the box at the back, but that's them. And then there's the set of rules just there. So just a bit of cardboard backing. Some Imperial Knights Renegade. It looks like, oh yeah, they give you a full assembly in full colour here. Interesting. Very, very detailed work here. This is there's some colour schemes as well. Surprised I've gone for colour here. Gallant Paladin, Knight Errant. I think that's the one I might go for. Then you've got the Knight Warden and Crusader. Really cool. So, yeah, this is interesting. I think turning in the areas to glue, marking it with yellow. Very, very detailed indeed. Loads of detail on that one. There's a 2 at the back, and even telling you where to put the transfers. So a lot of attention to detail they've included in that one. There's your Sanctum Imperialis, just the standard how to construct that. And then here's your rule book, which, yeah, they said it's simple, it's just only a few pages. So, action points here by the looks of it: snap attack, advance, rotate, iron shields. Standard attack is 2 action points, run is 1, aimed attack is 3, charge is 2. Here's your different actions. Got aiming tables: aimed attack, standard attack, snap attack, vertical aim, armor saves. There's some detail here. Alright, so they recommend you play on a 2. Yeah, actually giving you missions here. So, 3 missions, playing on a 2 by 2 table, I believe, 48. Yeah, no, 4 by 4, sorry, 4 by 4. Telling you where to put the terrain, where to deploy, and then the aims of the game. And then here is your Renegade Knights Fallen Household. Alright, rules to incorporate into your games of Warhammer 40,000 here as well. Okay. Yeah, no, they've got rules here with special rules for a Forsworn Knight detachment. Yeah, Renegade Knight's allies. Here's the Renegade Knight himself, as a Lord of War, and the points, costs and their upgrades as well, so all that's included. All the 40k rules here for the different weapons. Iron shields here: Avenger Gatling Cannon, Rapid Fire Battle Cannon, Iron Storm Missile Pod, Twin Icarus, Thunderstrike Gauntlet. Yeah, Storm Spear. There it is. Okay. Interesting. Right, so here's the sheets then. So you've got Ever Stalwart. Here's your locations. Critical damage table. 2 tables here. Weapons, head, torso, parts of the body and weaponry pin hit here. And then the summary of the weapons. And then again a summary of the weapons here as well. So during the game you can flip over them, you can get your information just there. And then the listening destruction, that's the table for him. And a summary of the weapons just there. I can imagine it would be a fun game. I can't see why that wouldn't be fun. Just slightly different. You should maybe use it, as I said earlier, use your Imperial Knight. Regular game is 40k, and you get to a point where you think, well, I'd like to try something different. And you say, well, let's just use our Imperial Knight each, and then we'll just play Renegade. I can imagine you have just as much fun. Maybe in a night at your gaming club, you get a couple of games in, play the best of 3 perhaps, or something like that. Something a bit different and refreshing is always, I think, a good idea, just to have a break from regular games of 40k. So there's multiple aspects to this. There's the bonus of getting a different gaming system, but the miniatures you can use in your regular games, and then just the value of this box set, I think, is very, very good indeed. So it pays, I think, to be a bit wise. Just be careful with your purchases, and it just means that you can get the best value when you spend your money. But great set here, and I think James and I are going to share these Imperial Knights between us, get them painted up. Look out for them in games coming up on both of the channels. But there it is, that's the review for Imperial Knights Renegade. As I said, great set. Got mine from gamingfigures.com, you can check them out. They do Games Workshop at 15% off. If your order comes to over 100, you get 5% off more on top of that as well, and then free postage in the UK on orders over £40, I believe. So there it is, Imperial Knights Renegade review. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.